Jamming it up. We're making strawberry jam because it's National Strawberry Day earlier in the teas.
National Strawberry Day, February in Indiana, doesn't make a lot of sense. George says it's downright stupid.
You know what? And I didn't make any sense during the teas. I said fresh grown bread.
Yeah, freshly made local bread with local grains.
I
remember seeing those bread trees out in the urban awareness gardens.
What am I saying? That's what I meant, though. Yeah. This smells so good.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, it is grown. It is the flour is made from locally grown grains, made by a local company. This is bread that we sell at all of our farmers markets. Mm-hmm. So we do Carmel and Broadville farmers markets, and we sell bread every single week with local, 100% organic bread. Right?
And Jason's bread is dense and yummy.
It's European style, old school, rustic. Yep.
The best. And we're making jam.
Yeah.
How do we make jam?
Let's talk food preservation.
Okay.
Yep.
Because we were talking the last segment, I'm getting this pan hot so we can move fast, but sugar is an amazing preservative. And it's a natural one, at least mostly natural. I mean, we get this from beets. And of course, you can get it from cane, cane sugar and all that stuff. But one of the best things about adding sugar to your jam is that it's going to last longer. Also, citric acid makes it last longer, makes it not mold. But you can seal it and vacuum seal it after you hot pack and all that stuff. But anyway, so let's do this quick recipe. I've got for a good strawberry jam, you want a cup and a cup. So a cup of fruit puree.
Okay.
And a cup of sugar. So we're going to go ahead and throw the sugar in first. Then we're going to throw this on top and stir it in so it doesn't scald. Got my little spoon going here.
So while you're stirring this, I do have a question about fresh strawberries and whether you have any tips on, if you just want to eat them whole, like regularly, how long you can keep them, what you should be doing to keep them. Because I know sometimes, if you don't cover them a certain way, they can get messed up in the fridge or whatever.
You know who showed me an amazing thing is my mother. She said, if you cut the tops off and wash them and then put them in a container, they keep forever. And I was like,
you'd have a secret.
I couldn't believe how long they kept. And I was like, that doesn't make sense to me because I think typically when you wash produce, it messes it up and it makes it spoil faster. But this instance, I thought it was really cool.
And then add some sugar to it while it's in the refrigerator, sealed up.
throw some sugar on it, it'd be really good.
And it'll have a half-life.
Yeah, but the jam thing is a food preservation technique. Just like we said earlier, before 1946, there were no supermarkets. Where was all the food? It was in their cold storage. It was in their pantries. And you had a bunch of jam because you need to get through the winter. It was a survival thing. We can't forget the pectin if we want this to seize up. What's the word I'm looking for? To gel. That's the word. And you don't want to add it all at once or it can get a little clumpy.
Very cool.
A lot of times I'll dissolve this first into the fruit juice so that it makes it a little easier to incorporate. But the rule on pectin is a tablespoon per 4 cups of your fruit, right? So there we go. We've got basically a quarter tablespoon, 0.75 teaspoons, as we just recently found out. And then we've mixed that all in, and then we want to get it thickened just a little bit.
Okay. And jam makes a great gift. I know a lot of people who make their own jam. They jar it. You make it all cute with a little, and then you give it to somebody. Yeah, just buy one of these.
It's a wonderful gift, right?
Yeah, and it's so meaningful.
I'm just amazed at how few ingredients are involved in this.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of food preservation as well, and I wanted to show people that exact thing, the simplicity of these 2 ingredients that we're doing. It's just amazing that it's basically 4 ingredients, right? So I'm actually just trying to thicken this down a little bit. And the jam won't be done today, right? Because we need to refrigerate. Basically, once you get this done, you pour it into your jar, and then you're going to put the jar out for 24 to 48 hours. And this is an important thing to know, too. Once you put it in the jar, supposing it doesn't set the way you want, if it's still runny, what you can do is you can add another quarter cup of sugar and do this process again. Right?
More sugar.
A little more sugar and a little more pectin.
Okay.
But by reducing this down, you can see it's actually getting thick already, right?
So those of us who don't know, definitely not me, what's really the main difference between jelly and jam?
Well, I think for sure it's going to be the content of fruit. You see my nice big chunks in here?
Yes.
Look at this. Now, one thing you can do, if you want smaller chunks, I've got my potato masher over here. You see this?
Okay.
We can do this right now too. If you want huge pieces of strawberry, you can leave the huge pieces in there, which I kind of like the big chunks. It makes it a little more rustic. But if you take your potato masher and you just mash up these berries just a little bit, then you can decide at what level you've got your mashed up fruit.
Yeah.
Well,
and now you see how this is getting nice and soupy. And the thicker it gets, the more you know it's going to set up perfectly when you pour it into your jar.
Again, that smell, so good.
It smells like fresh strawberries,
and
right?
as Jason finishes up this task, we encourage you to stick around and check out America's Steals and Deals.